Hi everyone, I'm Matt Heselton. I'm a 23-year-old living in Knoxville, Tennessee. Today, I'll be reviewing the Hennessy Expedition ASIM hammock. I'm here in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Cades Cove, near the Abrams Falls Trailhead. Before we talk about the hammock, let me tell you a little bit about myself. For the last 3 summers, I've worked as a high adventure guide in the Laurel Highlands of Pennsylvania. I'm an Eagle Scout, and have been backpacking New Mexico, Colorado, all up and down the eastern seaboard, throughout the Appalachian Trail, and of course, here in the Great Smoky Mountains. Now, I only have about 5 minutes, so let me get this hammock set up really quick. Made by Hennessy Hammocks, the Hennessy Expedition ASIM is their bottom line, pretty much intro hammock. This is not the lightest hammock. It weighs about 2 pounds, 12 ounces complete here. It's a great one to get started on, but that's about it. Now, the Hennessy hammock comes with its own set of straps. I personally am not a big fan of these straps. It's a very, very simplistic design, just a pretty much piece of webbing with 2 loops sewed in at either end. They recommend you run the rope through both ends. I find it makes for an easier setup, and it doesn't really degrade the strength of it if you just run one side through the loop on the other and then tie in right here. It uses a figure-8 lashing technique, and then you just tie it off with 2 half hitches. Now, I prefer the Eagle's Nest Outfitters slap straps opposed to the Hennessy hammock straps that come with it. They cinch on a tree very, very quickly. It leaves no damage to the tree whatsoever, and it just comes down and you just clip in with a carabiner. Now, I use carabiners all over my pack anyway for clipping on pots, pans, even the water bottles to make sure they don't fall off. So it just doubles as part of my tent as well. The biggest complaint I have with this hammock is its rainfly. It seems to be a little bit on the smallish side compared to other rainflies on the market. They sell a larger one, which I would highly recommend investing in if you're planning on getting a hammock like this. It clips in. There's one on either side of the hammock, so it makes it for a really easy setup. Then as you come down here, you'll see right now there's rain, there's water running off. You want to make sure this is taut, because if not, the water just pools up. So the easy way to do it, just like with the tent, you pull the guy lines taut and stake them down. It will keep you dry, especially if you're in a wooded area. Biggest thing with wooded area, make sure you don't have a dead tree above you. You don't want branches falling on you in the middle of the night. It will ruin any camping trip. Now, an accessory I would highly recommend people buying are the snake skins. The snake skins are a waterproof sleeve that aid in putting the tent away, and also, just while you're carrying it, obviously, they're waterproof. Your tent won't get wet. They just slide down over top, as you'll see in my teardown, and you just coil it up. Now, the thing that makes the Hennessy stand apart from every other hammock on the market is how you enter the hammock. As you can see, there's bug netting sewed all the way across, so you can't get in through either side. Hennessy's patented entry is through the bottom of the hammock. You come up through here, and you sit down. When you sit down and pull your feet up, it automatically closes the bottom with Velcro. And you just lay back and relax. Now, the first thing people will notice when they go hammock camping is that it's a lot colder in a hammock than it is in a tent, for the simple reason that there is air all the way around you. Now, my recommendation for anyone going hammock camping is bring a roll mat. The roll mat will go under you, and you'll be in a sleeping bag. Those will act as a buffer between the air and your body, keeping you a little warmer. I said you'll sleep colder in a hammock than you will in a tent. Well, Hennessy has a system that can be attached to this hammock to turn this into a 3, at least that's what I say. They say 4 season. I would just recommend a 3 season. There's an undercover that can be stuffed with insulation, an overcover that keeps the heat inside, and then, of course, the rainfly. They've tested it in Norway and all over northern United States. As I said, I still only got 5 minutes, so I'm going to tear this thing down really quickly. Happy camping. So, in summary, the pros and cons of the Hennessy Expedition hammock. Pros first. Very easy setup, very easy teardown. It's great for leave no trace camping. Price. Only costs about $150. Now on to the cons. It's not advisable for long trips under adverse conditions. Second, as I said earlier, you'll sleep colder in this because you have air underneath you as well. 2 pounds, 12 ounces. It's kind of heavy, the small rainfly, which can be really easily mended by buying a new one.
All right, one more time.
I forgot how comfortable this sucker was.